Why Eugenie Bouchard favors Jessica Pegula over Coco Gauff in Indian Wells prediction. Former WTA pro Eugenie Bouchard has made a bold prediction ahead of the Indian Wells Open, siding with world number 5 Jessica Pegula instead of Coco Gauff. Speaking on Tennis Channel alongside former ATP players, Bouchard highlighted Pegula's consistency and recent triumph at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships as reasons for her confidence. Jess has been so consistent in recent tournaments and is coming off an impressive win at the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships. She may be dealing with a knee injury, but hopefully that is more a function of just how much she's played to start the season, and not a bigger issue going forward, she said. She further noted that while Pegula has historically performed better at the Miami Open, the slower, gritty courts of Indian Wells could favor her high-percentage style of play. Analysts agree with Bouchard's assessment. Bouchard's fellow panelists Nick Monroe and Brett Haber echoed her view, suggesting Pegula's form gives her an edge over Gauff at this event. They emphasized that Pegula's ability to grind through matches on hard courts makes her a strong contender in California. Support for Gauff from other pros. Not everyone shared Bouchard's outlook. Former ATP pros Sam Querrey and Paul Annacone backed Coco Gauff to rebound at Indian Wells despite her shaky start to 2026. Gauff, the reigning Roland Garros champion, has struggled with inconsistency early in the season, but Querrey and Annacone believe her athleticism and fighting spirit will help her rediscover her rhythm. Their contrasting predictions set the stage for one of the most anticipated storylines of the tournament: Pegula's consistency versus Gauff's resilience. At the moment ranked number 5, Pegula played her last match on the 21st of February when she defeated world number 9 Alina Svitolina 6-2, 6-4 in the final in Dubai to win her 11th career title. This season Jessica has managed to achieve a 13-2 win-loss record. Jessica clinched one title in Dubai. Ranked number 4, Gauff played her last match on the 20th of February when she capitulated to world number 9 Alina Svitolina 6-4, 6-7, 13. 6-4 in the semifinal in Dubai, draw. At present, during this year the American has managed to achieve a compiled 10-4 match record. Coco Gauff's most significant achievement of the present season was reaching the semifinal in Australia and Dubai. Tennis. Why Eugenie Bouchard backs Jessica Pegula over Coco Gauff at Indian Wells, a creative deep dive. Indian Wells, often called Tennis Paradise, is not just another stop on the WTA Tour. It is a crucible where form, fitness, history, and intuition coalesce. As the 2026 BNP Paribas Open approaches, former professional and Tennis Channel analyst Eugenie Bouchard has made a bold call. She believes Jessica Pegula is more likely to produce a standout run at Indian Wells than Coco Gauff. Let's unpack this from both the analytical and human angles. Brain 1. Recent form and momentum. Pegula's consistency speaks volumes. One of the central reasons Bouchard leans toward Pegula is her recent performance trend. Pegula entered the 2026 season in fine form, clinching the Dubai Tennis Championships title, her 4th WTA 1000 trophy and a 3rd Elite Crown of the Year, with a straight sets victory in the final. For a player like Pegula, who has built her reputation on stability and consistency, such results signal readiness for big stages like Indian Wells. Bouchard emphasized this very point. Pegula has looked reliable in recent tournaments, and her game is well suited to the gritty hard courts of the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, surfaces that reward controlled aggression and tactical precision more than raw athleticism. From a narrative perspective, this paints Pegula as a steadfast competitor, the sort of player who quietly accrues wins and can slip into semis or finals without media fireworks or emotional swings. While that may lack the theatricality of a young superstar's rise, it's exactly what many analysts look for when identifying a contender: form plus stability plus momentum. Trophy 2. Matchup dynamics, style over flash. At this level of tennis, matchups matter. Pegula's game is built around consistency, precision, and variety, subtle but enduring weapons in her arsenal. Many commentators point out that these traits often make hardcourt tournaments like Indian Wells favorable for her style of play. Coco Gauff, on the other hand, is a phenom of our era: explosive, athletic, and capable of outpacing almost anyone at full throttle. But that intensity can be a double-edged sword. When Gauff's serve rhythm falters or her shots float just above comfortable depth, opponents can exploit that. In certain head-to-head matchups, like Pegula versus Gauff, that tactical edge becomes crucial. While Gauff had significant success, including a Grand Slam title, in the past couple of years, Pegula's ability to neutralize pace and redirect play can disrupt Gauff's favored patterns. In other words, Pegula's intelligence and shot placement might blunt some of Gauff's biggest strengths. Bouchard, as an analyst, recognizes that tennis isn't just about the player with the greatest raw talent. It's about whose game fits the conditions and draw on the day. Balance Scale 3. The Indian Wells Factor. Why this event matters. Indian Wells isn't any old tournament. It's a WTA 1000 event, one of the most prestigious after the 4 Grand Slams, with intense pressure, long best-of-3 rematches, and often tricky desert conditions. Court speed, wind, and ball bounce can affect player rhythm dramatically. Pegula's data-driven base game, relying on placement, patience, and tactical choice, traditionally holds up well in such environments. Gauff's game is explosive and electrifying, but explosive tennis needs rhyme and rhythm, especially when the conditions catch you on a low-percentage shot. Bouchard seems to be banking on the idea that Pegula's controlled aggression fits the Indian Wells environment like a glove. In contrast, while Gauff's athleticism and depth of shots are world-class, her season's early inconsistencies, referenced by some commentators, make her run less predictable. Thought Balloon 4. The human element. Inside Bouchard's thinking. Beyond statistics and matches, there's the intuitive side of sports prediction, the gut feel of someone who has lived the tour. Bouchard, once a rising star herself, knows the ebbs and flows of professional tennis beyond data, how pressure affects a young champion, how physical strain can become mental fatigue, and how players carry confidence from one event to the next. When analysts place a bet or make a prediction, they aren't just looking at scores, they're also looking at trajectory. Pegula's recent trophies and the absence of a major collapse signal to Bouchard that she is trending upward. Meanwhile, Gauff, though explosively talented, had a tumultuous start to her 2026 run, at times showing inconsistency or struggling for serve rhythm, as noted by analysts earlier in the season. A veteran eye like Bouchard's might interpret that as a sign that the emotional and competitive momentum is slightly steadier for Pegula. Chart increasing 5. A balanced prediction, not underestimating Gauff. Important to note, Bouchard's prediction isn't dismissing Gauff's talent, far from it. Many peers and analysts still see Gauff as a powerful,